person. Tattoos on my leg of my name with ink and burnt tattoos. That's the same thing. Burnt newspaper and toothpaste. It's spelled wrong. My name's spelled wrong on my leg.
And it, of course, I'm Matt, Pastor Matt, and we got a couple of special friends here with me today. And I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. You want to go first, Stephen?
My name's Stephen. I'm a recovering addict, clean 4 weeks and 1 day today.
Awesome. Congratulations, buddy. And, of course, a face that's familiar to a lot of our folks. But, John, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm John Birdshaw, and I have 6 years in recovery now. God's been good to me.
Nice. Awesome. And you guys been hanging out a bunch. We talked about before, John, you work at Connections, and y'all been hanging out up there at Connections, right?
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Well, cool. And so, Stephen, 4 weeks is awesome. Now, you, I'm going to ask some questions that I think some people might be curious about. Maybe don't have the same kind of background. Mm-hmm. So you've been you said recovering drug addict. So what's your drug of choice?
I had like a couple, but my main drug was the spices last time. Mm-hmm. And I used meth a bunch too, but I stacked off on it a lot from using the spice. All right. But the spice is even worse.
A spice, that's some kind of synthetic drug?
Synthetic marijuana.
Okay.
It's all right. They say God made marijuana, but God didn't make that.
Yeah.
God didn't make that. It's a stimulant to make your brain think that you're smoking marijuana.
Okay.
And it's really, really bad.
Okay. All
really,
right.
really bad.
And that's a regulated thing. That's illegal?
Illegal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, so are you from here?
Columbus,
so John and I are old buddies, but you and I are just getting to know each other. So you're from here, from Columbus?
Born and raised in Columbus, Georgia.
Okay.
From North Highland.
North Highland. Yeah.
All right.
North Highland.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're sitting in East Highland right now, so down the street a little bit. So you grew up in North Highland. Some people say that's kind of a rough neighborhood.
It can be, but basically, bad as I hate to say I'm big-headed, I ran it. So.
Okay.
I ran that neighborhood.
Stephen definitely ran it.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
He definitely ran North Highland. Stephen is notorious in the streets from North Highland. He's very well known. Everywhere. And so, for sure. So, yeah. I heard a lot about Stephen before I ever met him,
Okay.
Through the grapevine and stuff about him.
Yeah.
A lot of people have.
Yeah. Well, John, when John introduced us at church, he said, you know how everybody talks about me being wild? He said, this is the guy right here. So we might get in a little bit of that, but so you grew up there. So tell me a little bit about growing up. I mean, your family.
Well, growing up, I had me, my brother, Lord bless his soul. He passed 3 years ago. He passed of cancer. If anybody would tell me I'd outlive my brother, he lived so much different than I did. I was a black sheep of the family.
Okay.
So it was just me, my mother, and my brother. My mama worked nights, so basically that's how I became such a hood rat. She worked nights, so we basically just ate French fries every night and ran the roads.
Yeah.
And coming up, you had to learn how to, being by yourself, you had to learn how to fight. I mean, I just happened to be better at it than a lot of people.
Yeah.
And being my size, I had to be, because I was always so much littler than everybody.
Yeah.
I grew up, I'm a little bit bigger now, but I was just so much littler than everybody growing up.
And so you fought a lot?
A lot. My hands were like that.
A lot.
Now you should Steve put it up there in camera here.
Yeah. They're swollen up, no knuckles, just fighting all the time. I fought sometimes 3, 4, 5 times a day.
Really?
That's no exaggeration. It's not exaggeration.
So for what reason? Just to be fighting, or?
A lot of times just to be fighting.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I fought a lot of people's battles. That's why a lot of people, I guess, look up to me and love me the way I was.
Stephen would take up for other people.
The people that couldn't, I would. You know what I mean?
I got you.
A lot of people that couldn't, I would. I've never been a bully, ever. I never bullied nobody.
Yeah.
But I always fought for a lot of people. And sometimes I fought for the wrong reasons because it was a girl.
Yeah.
Sometimes I fought for girls and shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But most of the time I fought for the right reasons. And I couldn't stand to see somebody picked on. I couldn't stand that. Never had been able like that.
Did you describe yourself as an angry person? I mean, were you angry?
I guess I was angry.
Yeah.
I guess I was because I grew up in a real rough house, and the house was not the way I like to, or anything I want to describe. But my mother worked nights, and it was up to me and my brother to clean it. We didn't do it.
Yeah.
She worked nights, so she slept all day. So a house wasn't all what you want it to be.
Yeah. So how old were you when you started using?
Well, I started smoking marijuana probably about 11 or 12.
Yeah.
But the hard drugs didn't come into the 20s.
Okay.
20s. I just never slowed down. I put on the pedal and kept going.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school?
Fox Elementary, and then I went to Daniel Junior High School. And I only went there for like a couple of days, and they put me in alternative school. I stayed
Fighting.
there. I stayed there 3 years. It was only supposed to say 6 weeks, but I stayed there 3 years. I never met the high school.
Okay.
Never met the high school. The only way I got out of the alternative school, we got transferred to Alabama.
Okay.
They transferred to Mount Olive Middle School, and they hadn't never met nobody like me out there. I mean, it's not that far out there, but they had never met nobody like me.
Yeah.
So I was only there for like 6 weeks. I had people copying my tattoos, and 'cause I already had tattoos.
Yeah.
Putting little crosses on the hands, and like I said, they had never met nobody like me.
Yeah.
They had never met nobody that didn't talk fault. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to fuss.
Yeah.
If we had a problem, let's do it. And I was always the first one swinging.
So how'd you get tattoos when you were a minor?
We did it with just funny. We used to burn newspaper,
Yeah.
put toothpaste with it, and stir it up, and that was our tattoo ink.
Well, how'd you learn how to do that?
Just being in the streets, you learn everything. My first tattoos on my leg of my name with ink and burnt tattoos. That's the same thing. Burnt newspaper and toothpaste. It's spelled wrong. My name's spelled wrong on the leg.
And
My name's spelled with a PH, but when I was growing up, I didn't want me known as Stephen.
Yeah.
Or Stephanie is what we say.
Right.
So I spelled it with a V. It was on my name spelled STV. And
All right.
that's not
So,
how you spell
so
it.
at least you did it on purpose.
Yes, I did it on purpose.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, did it on purpose. But it's spelled wrong.
It's like that. Was that no regrets?
Yeah.
Yeah. So through your 20s, I mean, what's life look like in your late teens, 20s?
Well, I'll tell you, the secret to it was me and my friend, they're my brothers now, used to thump me in my heads all the time and pick on me. Mm-hmm. And we used to have, them wrestling buddies when we were young, wrestling buddies, those stuffed animals. Mm-hmm. We used to have those. We used to wrestle with them. I'd be like, this is Joe Tanner. This is Catfish. This is whatever. One day I just got tired of it. I told my buddy, I jumped the fence to go to Teen Time. And he said, where are you going? I said, Teen Time. He said, you're going to get jumped on. I said, we'll fight. And I never turned back from that day. First day I was up there, I fought 3 times. And every day after that, I fought for a while. And after a while, though, people started messing with me.
So what
all the people I thought could fight, they just couldn't fight.
Yeah.
Really, I couldn't fight that well. They really couldn't fight.
So what is the place? Teen what?
Teen Tavern. It's not there no more. They tore it down.
Okay. Was it some kind of club or something?
It's a recreation center.
Okay.
Recreation like the 29th Street Gym, Tillis, and all that. Mm-hmm. They tore it down. They built the new Fox School over it.
All right. Now I met Helen. She's a sweetheart. She got baptized a couple weeks ago.
She's my guiding light. She's everything.
Now you guys have been together for a while, I understand.
21 years.
How about that?
Yeah, 21 years. We ain't got nowhere.
That's awesome.
That's because she followed me. The next 21, I'm following her. I bet you we're gonna have something now. I bet we do.
Yeah.
I bet we have something now. Yeah. She followed me for 21 years. I mean, literally followed me. I gave her nothing.
Yeah. And y'all have children?
Kind of.
It's all right, bud.
Got 4.
Yeah. That's all right.
How many y'all got, Stephen?
Yeah, 4. We got 2 stillborn. 2 stillborns and 1 Haley. She passed. She was 10 months old. But I couldn't.
It's all right to cry, Stephen.
It's all right, brother.
I could do better.
Yeah. Stephen, with him being new in recovery and he's all the way in, he's had a lot of emotions going on.
Yeah.
Just like coming to get to know himself better, and like
I just feel I could have done a lot better with everything.
Yes,
Me
sir.
and my kids would be. Haley was to be here if I led the way the right way, and I didn't.
Yeah. Well, we all have those things where we definitely could have done it better. And,
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about our faith is that
I really done it bad. Though. I
Yeah.
really done it bad. I didn't do it good. I really done it bad.
Yeah.
You know, I was too busy in trying to be Digaboo. You'll find more about him later.
Yeah.
But too busy on that alter ego trying to be him and not Steven.
Yeah.
Now, if I'd been Steven the whole time, we'd been a lot better if I just listened to her a long time ago.
there you go, Stephen.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry.
You're welcome. Oh, you good, man? You good? It's
I
good
get
to
emotional
cry.
when I think about 21 years. She's still with me, and I gave her no reason to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think about that now. Nowadays, it really makes me sick. You know what I mean? It really makes me sick.
Nothing more humbling than a good person loving you, when you don't deserve it,
Yeah, and I didn't deserve it. She's always been good and kind. She's always, y'all see from the outside, but she's beautiful from the inside in. She's outside in, inside out. My bad.
Yeah.
She's beautiful from the inside out. She's real. She's all together there.
So me and
she loves
Steven, we got some excellent women
Yeah,
that
very
have
good.
our back that we're with.
Yeah.
Between me and Steven,
We're just-
they are both beautiful inside and out.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
and-
So we're thankful. We talk about that a lot too.
Tell you
We're
what you wanna
thankful
do.
for the women
We
that
see
God
'em,
put in
we
our
see 'em,
lives.
We look at two blondes, and I know he's still good looking. I'm past my prime. I ain't good looking no more. You know what I mean? So, Helen's got to definitely love me from the inside out. She's got to.
Yeah.
But I'll give her this. She does love me. Yeah, it took me, I guess, 21 years to finally admit it, but she does love me. I mean, she knows I mean good. No matter what.
Steven's heart is definitely in the right place
Yeah.
right now. Steven's heart is definitely in the right place.
Yeah, I'm head person to this. I don't want nothing more. I don't want nothing more to show her I can be the man that she always wanted. I could be that Michelangelo. I could be him.
Yeah. Awesome. You mentioned another name. You said Digaboo.
Yeah.
Digaboo.
Yeah. Now you said that's your alter ego.
Yeah, I didn't know at the time, but yeah, because see, my daddy named me Digaboo when I was born. I don't know where he got that from. I have no idea
Okay.
where Digaboo came from. But my brother, Sean, Lord bless his soul now, he never called me nothing but Digaboo. In class, when school was in elementary school, I didn't want nobody to call me Digaboo. You get Digabooty, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. So I tried to get him to call me Steven, but he called me like Steven 2 or 3 times. I said, no. No, just don't even worry about it, Sean. Don't even worry about it. Digaboo's the name. So it's that, people got it from him, and then one person got it from him, and it carried on. Yeah, now that's what everybody knows me as.
Yeah.
I've had people talking to me about Digaboo. If they know me as Steven, they talk to me about Digaboo, and I'd be him. I've heard so many stories. Some of them are just ridiculous.
So like the legend of Digaboo, huh?
Yeah, and I've heard some stories. Some of the stuff they say is just unbelievable, man.
I was curious about where you would have picked up a name like that later in life. So I
didn't pick it up later in life.
Yeah,
it was gave to me at birth. It was gave to me at birth.
Yeah, and that's what most people know you by is Digaboo.
Most people, yes.
Yes.
The only people really don't are people that growed up with me, and they still call me Digaboo.
Yeah.
A lot of people refuse to call me Digaboo. Some people refuse to.
Yeah.
My old friends, some of them refuse to. I ain't calling you Digaboo. You're Steven to me. But there's Michael Skipper, a couple of them. There's a bunch of them. Terry George, they call me Steven. Ricky George. I could go on with the ones I grew up with. All my friends that really love me. You know what I mean? They love me for being Steven. They love me for who I am and not for who I fought and who I'm supposed to be. Because I was never really that person.
Yeah.
I was just pretending to be that person for everybody else. I wasn't really that person. I'm me now.
Yeah.
I'm me now.
Yeah, we can live a lot of our lives, opposite of what God intends for us, opposite of His design for us, and once God enters in and brings light into our life, it's like I can't believe I was that person. I can't believe,
I'm so ready to put him to rest. He'll always be a part of me. And I'm thankful for some things he did because, he did do some good things. Like I said, I fought some battles for people who really couldn't fight battles. Really has been picked on streetwise.
Right.
So he fought some battles for them, but he was an evil person.
Yeah.
Evil person who,
And you told me the other day after we baptized, you told me people know you as Digaboo, but you remember what you said to me the other day about what you wanted to do?
I'm going to put him to rest.
I'm gonna put him to
I'm going
rest.
to put him to rest forever.
Yeah, I wanted to Because we talked about in baptism how we die to our old self.
Me and John talked about that with John.
Sure
'Cause
did.
that day when you was talking about it, it was like that retained to me too. Because you was talking about, you put Matt to rest. You know what I mean? You rose up.
As soon as you said that, he bumped my shoulder. I was thinking about him, and then Stephen bumped my shoulder, and he said, "That's me." I said, "That's definitely you, Stephen.
I'm ready.
That's definitely you, dude."
I really don't want to be known as him no more. I mean, people still gonna call me that. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be known as him no more. I don't want to be known as a person that fights. I want to be known as a person that comes up and gives you a hug and tell you, come to church with us. That's the person I'll be known as.
Awesome.
From now on out. That's all I'll be known
So
as.
God has definitely been using Stephen in this time that he's been clean and came to the Lord. God is on the move right now in a big way, in the streets, at connections, at the Fort Church, in our lives. Me and Stephen were both really wild on the street in totally different ways. I was like the village idiot, and he was like the top dog of North Highland. So it's two different styles of wild, but all off the chain. And so now it's fun because we're still wild, but we're living that way for God. We're still wild, but we're living that way for God.
And it doesn't sound weird for me to say praise God or I'm doing this for Jesus. It doesn't sound weird. My whole life, I faked it before. My wife was, she's my fiance. Helen was pregnant. We were like all faking it. She was pregnant. So, but not one time in my mind I knew I was going to do drugs again. I knew I was going to be that person again. There's no doubt in my mind where I want to be at now. Mm-hmm. I want to be just like this man. I never looked up to another man. I look so far up to him. It's like a midget looking to a giant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look that far up to him.
And I look up to Stephen because I heard about him coming into the streets. I was real wild. A lot of people be hearing about me, but I was hearing about him. So we both look up to each other in different ways. I look up to Stephen because of his street credit that he's always had.
I don't want the credit no more.
Right.
I don't want the credit no more. I want the credits you got, John, because I look up to you for who you are now.
That's what's up, Stephen. I love you, bro.
I love you. And thank you for everything. Thank you for putting me where I'm at.
You know I got your back.
John has had my back 100% till he has. He's had my back.
You guys may not think about it a lot. I know John probably doesn't consider it a whole bunch because he's a humble guy, but just how much God has been using you and potentially is going to be using you in the future because of the things you've been through. We talk about how
I've been doing that.
Nothing's wasted in our lives, and even some of those very horrible things we've been through, God has the ability and the power to redeem those things and really bring incredible change to other people's lives through you guys, and just even your street cred and your reputation. So what I thought, maybe you guys could talk about, from y'all's experience, from people what is the lifestyle like? Like, when you guys say on the,
it starts out good
on the streets.
It starts out good because, it starts out good. But it did for me because I was Digaboo. Mm-hmm. It started out good for me because I had the full power of, I never really had to pay for any drugs because everybody gave them to me. You know what I mean? People I never had a problem about having to have somebody front me an ounce of dope because people just give it to me. You know what I mean? If I didn't pay for it, I didn't pay for it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really was good for me at first. Then you fall into the road of addiction to where now the people who give it to you have to ask them to buy something. Mm-hmm. It makes me sick the way I lived and the things that I gave up and the people I gave into for no reason. Mm-hmm. I wish I could see them now and before I get baptized, put my foot in their butt.
Yeah. So I mean, I know it's different for everybody, but I mean, going through you talking about being on the streets. I mean, are you living basically a homeless lifestyle? I mean, kind of crashing here and there.
That's right. When you're totally addicted to one drug, yes. I mean, John, I'm pretty sure was the same way.
Yeah.
You live from here to there. You mean, because you got drugs, you can stay with this person who's got a family and ruin their family. And you stay with this person and ruin that family. And stay with this person and ruin that family. Right. That's basically what I did. You know what I mean? That's basically what I did. I thought I was doing good by standing there and giving them drugs for free. I was just ruining their family. That's all I was doing.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to see this, but I'm looking from the outside in now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stephen was talking about how different it is now that he's clean, and seeing and looking at like how the streets are, like from clean and getting close with God, and it's so different looking from the outside in than when you're in it.
Especially when you see couples and the way they act. I don't want to sit around and play with pins all day no more. I don't want to sit there and collect all the junk I was collecting no more. The really changed my heart was when I went to the Battle Center. Them people, I give them A+. I give them people A+. I have number praise for them. They really care about us in there. Yeah. And being from the hood, people don't care about people around there. They may fake it and lie to you and as they call it, fake friends. That's basically what it was. Because when you go in there and you see people that do not know you they didn't know my real name.
Yeah.
Then people really care. I mean, when I fell out from my high blood pressure. They cried with me. They cried for me. I mean, they did not know me.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know people like that existed. I really didn't. I didn't know people like y'all existed. I just didn't know it. I didn't know it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I stayed in the hood, and my thing was to be there because I represented North Highland. That place makes me sick now.
Yeah.
It makes me sick. I don't even want to be there. I'm there at the moment, staying there. God bless my friend that's let me stay with him, and he's been really good to me. I let me stay there for right now because I fell off track, and say hit rock bottom. I was looking up at rock bottom, but it took that. But I'm found now. This guy here found me. Man, he's done changed my whole life. He's done changed my whole life just by.
Yeah.
Every day
I picked Stephen up from the Bradley Center.
Yeah.
I went and picked him up from there and took him straight to Connections.
Yep.
And then he checked out Connections, seen what it was about. He was like, he said, this isn't what I was picturing. I was picturing something different. And since then, we've been together every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every
like
day.
hanging out, spending time together, and coming up to
He's a blessing.
Connections. And
I ain't got to tell y'all that. He's a blessing. I ain't got to tell y'all that. He's like God sent. What I say, God sent my way. God sent him at the perfect time. Helen told me. Helen says, when I told her the next 21 years on her, she said, "Why she done this a long time ago?" I said, "No, baby, you should done it now because God planned it for now.
Yeah.
If you done it a long time ago, all that would happen is we've been separated. You'd had a different old man. I had a different old lady. Because I wasn't ready to listen then. Lord knows I'm ready to listen now. I'm ready to listen now.
And so Helen's been doing good. She's been in recovery for
Man.
how long now?
She is. She started. She's about a week. She got about a week and a half, 2 weeks on me.
Okay.
But she's here first, just like I am. We talk about Jesus and God. We've never done that. Even when we were spanking it, we didn't talk about Jesus and God. We just went to church.
Yeah.
Now we talk about Jesus. We talk about God and how He's moving in our lives now. How we want to get other people better.
Yeah.
But I just want everybody to either see me as Digaboo, to see me as Stephen, give me the same love and respect I had then. But give me the same love and respect and come to God, come to Jesus. 'Cause it's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
It just brings children. I can't describe the feeling I have.
Yeah.
And I've never, ever felt this way before. And I never felt this alive. I feel more alive now. I'm 46 years old. I feel more alive now than I did when I was 21.
Yeah.
Stephen's always grabbing me, giving me big hugs, and just saying, "Man, I feel so good.
Yeah,
I love you, John."
They don't shake hands with me anymore, John. I won't shake his hand. He probably not that. I hugged him twice when we got in the car. Because I've told John knows more about me than any of my friends, my true friends do. I talked to John about it. I feel like I can tell him anything. He understands. He understands. And if I'm right or wrong, he still agrees with me. He tells me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Beautiful. Well, tell me what you're hoping and dreaming for the future.
Man, I got big hopes and big dreams, because I know that, and this is, I know I keep saying Helen, I know I say that a lot, but that's my soulmate, and
Yeah.
I know with her leading the way, man, we're gonna have everything we ever wanted, we're gonna have it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get it. I mean, bad as I admit, I was not good at it.
We're working on getting Stephen's driver's license and moving forward and going to work here in the future, here soon. And,
Yeah, I did. That's right. Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
Since I had a motorcycle wreck in 2014.
Okay.
They said I would never walk again. Well, they said I had a chance of not walking again. About it's been about a month ago now. I woke up. I always walked with a real bad limp. My hands, you said.
He barely survived the motorcycle wreck. Everybody, I heard about it the night it happened. Everybody was talking about it, and they said we don't think he's going to live or not. He barely lived through it.
But I walked for 7 years. I walked with a real bad limp. I woke up about a month ago, when I was in recovery, and over the bad center, and started running and walking. I got like a slight limp. I noticed that when I see on video. I got a slight limp, but I walk. I mean,
But nothing like it was before.
no,
He had a severe limp
I can
for
walk,
years that's
and I can
gone.
run.
So-
I can run. I can run.
Yeah.
I mean, not fast, but I can run faster backwards, and I can jump around in circles. So I went and talked to my boss man. And, as the first year, he's gonna put me back to work. I love my job.
What was
I
that?
love to hang drywall.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When I was at West Central one time, I would go sleep and camping the sheetrock. I was camping the sheetrock, so I'd fall asleep. I love drywall. I never thought I'd be able to do it again. But as soon as I was able to walk out, I went and talked to my boss man. Around Christmas time is a bad time to try to get a job, construction. So he said after the first year, he'd love to put me back to work.
Yeah.
Stephen's healthier than he ever thought he could be again.
I'm way more healthy.
Way more healthy. He thought,
I
hey,
never
this is me
thought
for
it.
the rest of my life, because he had been that way since 2014 or something.
2014.
2014, he'd been like that.
And
And,
I was-
then here lately, all of a sudden, it all went away. And
Yeah.
he was jumping around like,
Jumping
John,
off.
I ain't been able to have my balance like this in so long,
At
And he
first
was
I
like,
told
I
the
got my
doctor-
balance back.
At first I told the doctors, I'll be, because they told me, that I would never be the same again. I was telling, I'm going to be that one that does. I'm going to be one. But after 3 or 4 years, you sort of just give up on it. I mean, I had that limp, and my hands still ain't there. But they're gonna come around when I start working more. They'll start coming around. But that limp, after about 4 years, you sort of just, it ain't never, I got to walk again without that limp. I got like a slight limp. I see it in the video now. I got a slight limp. If you would told me just a month ago, a little bit over a month now, that I'd be walking now, I would laugh in your face. But me jumping around in circles, ain't no way I would thought about that. Me jumping off 6 foot high stuff, I wouldn't even thought about that.
He called me from the Bradley Center, and he was like, "John, I'm running in here now."
I couldn't believe I was running.
He was like, "I'm running." He's like, "Man, for a few days," he said, "My legs are back, man. I'm running in here." He's like, "I'm so excited about it."
I can run backwards. I jump around in circles. If you would told me just a month and a half ago I'd be doing that, I would laugh at you. No way.
That's cool.
But I can run backwards. I can jump in a circle. That's not big to some people. That's like super big to me. Just a month and a half ago, I was staying at one time.
He had a lot of problems walking for a long time.
Just a month and a half ago, I walked just like this.
Yeah.
Now for me just to be able to walk is just it's like a blessing. I love walking. I walk a lot now.
Yeah. And God's got good things in store for you, brother. I'm really excited. I'm really encouraged.
Man, I can't express the love I have for y'all. The love I have for you, Pastor, for putting me in there sooner. Because I'm so ready, so ready to be a different person. I mean, I feel like I'm reborn already, but that's the day that I feel like I'm really gonna be born again.
Well, God's already doing that work in your heart and life, man. It's obvious. I mean, the miracle's already happening. You know what I mean? It's and that's the greatest miracle God does. He turns a life around. Somebody
He puts people in your life at certain times, and they put this man to me is God sent. He told me he don't know about God sent, but God put me in his life at the right time. To me, John, I love you.
God definitely lined us up to be close.
God put me in I love you too. If it went for him, man, y'all already know he's an angel. Yeah. He's got wings on him already. You don't even know it.
I've known John now for 5 years, and he and Christy. It was right before they got married when we met, and to be able to watch them over the course of these 5 years, God give them back pieces of their life from before, right? And regrets that they had, things that they had lost, or responsibilities they had given up, and watch those things be given back. Watch them going from riding in a taxi to church to getting a car and getting their licenses back and all that stuff, and then getting the kids and just all
step by step. We rode a cab to church for a while.
Like I said, I'm 46. So I've felt this life since I was probably 10 years old. I feel more alive now. I feel like I got another 46 years left in me, and doggone, I'm all with my heaven. I'm amazed by this guy. I'm amazed by everything now. I'm amazed by everything now because I finally can see again. I'm not blind anymore. As that song is, I'm not blind anymore.
Awesome.
I can really see.
Man, thank you for coming in and talking to me.
Thank you for having me.
I was wanting us to get to know each other more. I know it's awkward under the lights, but it's good to talk to you a little bit more. And I'm looking forward to your discipleship journey, you following Jesus and seeing how you grow and seeing what God does in your life and Helen's life. And I know
it's all gonna be great. I know it is.
It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be something that God's gonna get a lot of glory from. It's really really gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you already know.
Me and Stephen want everybody to know that God is on the move right now.
On the move. He is on the move.
He's on the move. Georgia.
Because every time I talk to somebody, they see what they talk about my posts and tell me how good I'm doing. They're so proud of me. I tell them to come to church with me. Come to church with me. It's just feels so good to tell them that. Come to church. God does wonders. You may not know it now, and you can't make somebody open their eyes so they're ready. But one day they're not going to be like this. They're going to be like this. Yeah. I was so blind to everything. I can see everything now. Yeah. I can see what I couldn't see before. It's amazing. Just chill bumps. It's amazing. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. I look forward to waking up every day. So much I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Without an alarm clock. Get up, drink coffee because I can't wait for turn daylight. When he gets out of the car somewhere, I'm just going to run in. I'll get outside and get air. That's what I'm get outside and look. Because I can see what I can't see before. I can really see everything. Yeah. I can see the sun for what it is. I can see the clouds for what it is. I can see the sky for what it is. I've never seen it before. Yeah. I've never seen all I'm seeing. So God bless all y'all.
Yeah.
God bless all y'all.
Praise God. Praise God. He's good.
He's good. Great. He's great.